Hello everyone, my name is Teru, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another face-up video, this time with this gorgeous Immortality of Soul Chaos head. I'm going to be painting him using these new pastels that I got from the League World sale. They're in so many beautiful color shades and I'm going to try and see if they're better than the ones that I was using before. And yeah, I'm going to be using all my usual supplies such as makeup brushes and small artist and nail art brushes. And yeah, I'm just going to get into it. As you can see, I have pre-ground some of the powders and I'm just going to start layering them, going from the smallest, most light skin color to darker and darker. The first order of business is actually making the white skin that the Chaos head is in look a little less dead and a little more alive. So I'm just going over him with this pre-ground pastel in a very light flesh color. And I'm just going to do a few layers of that. I always like to start with like ears and around the nose and just like soft contours and add more and more layers. And honestly, working on a pale skin is much easier with me layer-wise than it was working on a tan when I did my Impel Gemma. I've been looking forward to painting this head for quite a long time. Chaos is actually one of my very favorite face sculpts out there. I love the subtle smirk, the little smirky eyes, the creepiness of him all, and I really hope that I can bring it out in Python, who is my character for this head. I have actually wanted a Chaos for years, so I'm sort of nervous to see where it goes, and hopefully it will be fine. He's supposed to be like a rock slash metal slash punk alternative sort of guy, not like you can see it yet. So far, there's just a little light blushing on him, but this was the first layer. Here I am after the sealant, the first layer of MSC, just deepening the tones, and now they're starting to be visible, as you can see. I will actually be covering most of the pinks with like blacks and grays later, but I want the flesh color to be like a base. I also want him to have quite tired eyes with like big bags under his eyes, because he's supposed to be like kind of insomniac, or well, not really insomniac, but like on so much caffeine that he cannot really necessarily sleep much and kind of live in the night. And I'm just trying to accentuate his face where I feel like it needs it. I don't have any like makeup experience or whatever, so usually when I do face ups, I just do whatever I feel looks nice and just wing it. If I don't like it, I can always remove it. I also decided that I want his beautiful chin, because he has such a beautiful chin, to be very visible. And now I'm back with just a wet small brush, doing the first like eye creases and little wrinkles under his eyes and a little bit of his eyelashes as well. This is not very visible on the head afterwards, but it's like a guiding line for me to see where I want to go over it with a darker color later. I'm also starting to structure his lips with like different details so they look nice and alive, sort of, although I will be putting like a gray lipstick on him later. I'm really enjoying working on this head, and as you can see, there's more color now on him. Oh yay, not more details yet. We're back later on, sorry for the lighting, because this is actually the same day late into the night when I decided I wanted to do one more layer before going to sleep, so I'm just trying to record it a little bit with the limited light option that I have. I'm not going very nuts over this, just a little more before I go to bed, since usually doing face-ups takes me a lot of time, because I usually have time for like 1 or 2 layers per day, and the face-ups can be several layers. So yeah, this one is probably like the last one that I did in the first wave on the first day with the head at home. And then I just had to wait before I had another free time so I could actually continue. Luckily, lately it's been kind of slow at work and we had some days off and stuff, so I could finish him last weekend, or well, finish what I could finish. Yay, so here is that. It's kind of not focusing that well because it was in the evening. I'm so sorry about that. We're going to jump into the next day next, so you can see their slide now, so you can see more. And I'm going to go in with dark colors and start drawing his eyebrows. First, I'm just going in with like a brown and doing a very, very soft eyebrow that will be covered with black later because I want him to have dark eyebrows. Anyways, let me talk about Python a little bit. As I said before, he is one of actually the first characters that I thought of in my doll universe right after Alexander, Crux, and Zygmunt. And he is the frontman of the band that Zygmunt is playing in. He is supposed to be this like always smiley but like creepily smiley guy who you're uneasy around, but he's also ridiculously charming and has a very sweet and nice voice. He is sort of like a sadist a little bit, and no one ever knows if what he's threatening with is real or not. He sort of just exudes a very, very creepy aura, but somehow all his fangirls and fanboys find him charming, even though he literally looks like a walking red flag. He kind of put this as his like stage charm, and he's using it to actually gain fans. The fact that he can sing very well and move in a very sensual way is just helping him very much as well during his, life experience. But he usually ends up very much selfishly using people for his own desires and for his own agenda. I wouldn't say he's necessarily a psychopath, but he does have some of these traits, and he's very, very self-centered, very selfish, and the needs of others don't really matter to him unless they are actually affecting him in any way, shape, or form. The only person he seems to have some sort of affection for him is his girlfriend Belladonna, who basically has him under her little thumb, but that, of course, he would never admit to anybody because he needs to project this creepily sort of scary / fascinating persona, I guess. He's sort of similar to Crux character-wise, but less pure somehow, even though Crux is a demon and he's not supposed to be a demonic entity. But for him, it's really more of like, I don't know, having fun with humans is not a necessity that he does the things that he does. And he has much more purely like malicious intent behind whatever he does. I think I'm going to actually go in depth about my characters later in another video, but just so you know what kind of person Python is. And in the meantime, I am actually already drawing his eyelashes and have finished his eyebrows, which honestly, it took me such a long time to do his eyelashes this time. I had to scrape them off like 3 to 4 times, but I found out thanks to this that I prefer working with watercolors rather than acrylics, because the watercolors are so much easier to remove if you messed up, and you can dilute them easily and just create much better effects, I think, than I could with the thick acrylic. It's also nice that once I've sealed the previous layer, I do not need to destroy the layer with just like water when I'm trying to remove the watercolor. For the acrylics, I actually sometimes had to use like more aggressive solutions, and it did go through the whole face up, so definitely using watercolors is easier for me. These are also just like basics watercolors that you can get anywhere here, and they seem to be working pretty well. Anyways, yeah, I'm putting the details on him right now. I'm going to be going over them later as well, but I'm not sure if I have that on video, because actually my camera and my phone that I'm recording this on ran out of space in the middle of me doing this face up, and I didn't know, so a lot of the footage actually got lost. But yeah, I'm posting what I have. As you can see, this is where we are now. I'm quite satisfied with this. I'm deciding not to paint his upper lashes because I will just put some in, and I don't want him to have like overly lashy eyes, I guess, because he's, well, supposed to be at least a little masculine, even though I'm doing like eyeshadow and stuff for him and giving him quite heavy makeup for a guy. Right now I'm using my greens to put some green up on his eyelids and sort of give him the green eyeshadow look, because I think that it might look really nice on him. And I'm also mixing some of the green into his lips. And since I wanted him to look more tired, I'm also putting red under his eyes. And there was the corrupted footage. I did more layers of green and then I jumped straight into eyeliner. Yes, he's wearing eyeliner and he's supposed to be wearing eyeliner, so that's what I'm doing now. I took out another nail brush. I really love nail art brushes for face-up work because they're delicate and you can usually work quite nice on the face-up with them. So yeah, this is what I'm doing now. I'm just finishing up with the eyes with the eyeliner, and will probably be putting more of little lines on him that you cannot see because the file is not there. But yeah, now that the face is kind of done, it's time for his tattoos. And let me tell you, this was such a fun time and also such a scary time for me, because I enjoy drawing tattoos on dolls, but also it makes me very terrified to draw them, because, well, what if I mess up somehow? His whole thing, the name Python, is actually just like a nickname. His true name is Peter, which he hates, and he literally lets everyone just call him Python. And it's because he has a huge snake tattoo that goes around his whole left side of face. But before I get to that, I decided to do the easier parts of his face tattoos. So I'm doing the like small ones, the stars, the circles, stuff like that. Actually, on his original art, his stripes were on the left side underneath the snake, but I decided I want that on the other side of his face, so I'm painting them on the right instead. And actually this is sort of calming, but also kind of hard, because like doing a stripe that is actually straight is sort of difficult for me. But I'm kind of okay with what it's turning out to look like so far. And I think I'm gonna be moving to, yes, the bottom. There's like a small just triangle on the bottom of his face, or his chin, rather. And then on the other side, he just has an X symbol next to his ear. It's actually like ONX from the like crisscross, whatever you call it. So sorry about the glasses peeking through, but I had to look really, really close to this for this next part, because he has a handwritten message above his brow. It says, "I am my own God." And again, before I actually finished the "I am my own God" writing, the footage got actually cut off. I'm not sure what's happening to my camera, but it just doesn't want to work with me. So we go until I am my own, and then God just disappears. But here you can see it as well, and now I'm doing another writing on the bottom of his face, which is take it all, and it is supposed to be sort of like messy and angry and different from the cursive that he has above his eye. And just on a whim, I decided I want to give him an upside cross under his eye as well, because I felt like the space over there was just too empty. So that is what I'm doing now. It was not on the original drawing, but I'm doing sort of like an ornamental cross over there, so the face is not as empty on that side. I actually did not record the process of drawing the snake, but before I do that, before I draw it, I am also adding a sinister shh under his other eye, because I mean he's supposed to be like creepy and stuff, so that's all you can see. And now we're jumping into the snake and into the finished tattoo, because well, I finished the snake not on camera. This is his final look for now. I still need to add his piercings, but you can look at all the tattoos, at all the details. The snake took quite a while, and actually before I sealed him for the last time, I went around the tattoos with like a gray to make them a little more blended in. Hello, editing tattoo here. As you can see, it kind of cut off before I put in his eyes or lashes or things like that. Also, he's supposed to have piercings, but I really wanted to get this video out before I leave for UK BJD Con next week. And I don't think the piercings and the eyes that I have ordered for him are going to come before that happens, so I'm just going to do this and I'm going to put it out the way it is. I'll also add like a picture that I took of him over here so you can look at it. I had a really nice time actually making these faces. I'm kind of proud of it. I'm sorry that I did not record the snake drawing process, but honestly, I literally was like this close for me, like looking so I could see, because it was really kind of difficult for me to draw the snake with those small brush and not mess it up. And I don't think that I could have really recorded it in a way that would make sort of sense. But yeah, uh, here you have it, my last ASAP video. I think I'm kind of improving. I'm very happy with how he is coming together. And yes, I will be posting an update of him with his eyes in when they come. I commissioned him a pair of eyes from Ashura Dark, as always, because she's one of my favorite eye artists ever, and she's really so talented and open to whatever you ask of her. And I need to get him his piercings on. I will definitely be updating you about what this ends up looking like. I'm very, very happy to finally have Python in and him looking like himself. But yeah, that is it for now. If you have anything you would like me to make a video about, if you have anything you would like to tell me, any comments or suggestions, definitely leave them down below and let me know. I think that the next video that I will be posting will probably be my experience from the trip to Birmingham and, well, UK BJD Con, obviously. And after that, we'll see where it goes. But definitely let me know if you want to see anything from me, any videos, any ideas, collaborations, whatever. I am very much open to anything. And for now, have a nice day and Well, thank you for watching. Obviously, hope you enjoyed and see you. But I see you. Bye.